Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. We are talking about 40 akusala cetasikas. 40 akusala cetasika. If you can remove 40 akusala cetasika, you will become an arahant. You will become an arahant. So normally say they are kilesa. Kilesa means defilements in our mind. If we can remove those kilesa, then our mind becomes peaceful. Peaceful. Ultimately, you will attain Nibbana. So, 40 akusala cetasika are divided into 4 groups. Number 1, moha group, delusion group. We have a delusion, shamelessness, fearlessness of wrongdoing, and restlessness. So we already learned that. And number 2, greed group or lobha group. So under the lobha group, we will have 3. Greed, wrong view, and conceit. I will translate egocentric comparison. Egocentric comparison. Later we'll talk about this. So today we will talk about greed. We haven't finished yet, right? Greed. Later we'll talk about wrong view, conceit, mana. Another group is a hatred group, dosa group, avarice, envy, or worry. So these are under dosa, hatred, dosa group. So the last one, normally we call it the last group, Sloth and torpor, they will come together. And doubt is another one. So for easier study, we trying to divide 40 akusala cetasika into 4 groups. It's easier, right? It's easier to study in such a way. So last week we talked about lobha, greed, different type of lobha. So today we'll talk about 3 type of craving, lobha. So here we use the word craving because tanha, we call it tanha. 3 type of tanha. Craving and lobha are the same. Number 1, sensory craving. Kama tanha. Sometimes we use kama raga or kama chanda. Number 2 is fine material craving, rupa tanha or rupa raga. Rupa. Another one is immaterial craving, arupa tanha or arupa raga. Actually, I have already explained in earlier chapter. Another chaita, right? Another chaita. This will be second time, repetition. Then the first one is a sensory craving. Craving arises based on the senses, our senses. That's called sensory craving. So even this sensory craving can be divided into 2 groups, 2 levels. The first one is a sensory craving in misconduct level. If you are breaking sila, if you enjoy sensual pleasures, breaking sila, so that will be in misconduct level. So therefore, if you enjoy sensual pleasures, So you need to aware they are harmful to you and harmful to others. So they are unwholesome, like a desire to take what is not given. Some people want to steal the property of other people and they enjoy it, right? This is in misconduct level. It's not good, not good. There are many ways to steal, right? Property of other people. Some people, they don't want to walk, so therefore they use stealing money from the bank, right? From the bank account, using so many ways, right? Some people may be using cheating, right? Cheating other people because they want to get money from them, so they are human trafficking, right? Human trafficking around the world. And also there are many ways to cheat other people online. So in that way, they become very rich, right? They become very rich. There are many, especially those people reside in the poor country, poor and also there's no law and order. So for them, it's safe for them, right? They use a lot of money. They will give to the official on that area, and they will do a lot of cheating, Desire to cheat other people in misconduct level is not it's not good. And also buying human traffic, how to say, drug, right? Drug dealer. They got so much amount of money, right? It's harmful to other people and also harmful to them. So sensory desire in misconduct level, desire to commit sexual misconduct. If you are married, you enjoy sexual intercourse with outside of your marriage. It's also enjoying sensual pleasures, right? But in misconduct level, it's not good for you, not good for the family, like that. Desire to tell lie and desire to slander. So you may have a desire to tell lie, so that will be kind of sensory craving in misconduct level. Later you remember, oh, that desire is not good. This craving is not good. Then you try to control your mouth. So in that way, but even though desire arises in your mind, right? That's called sensory craving or sensory desire in misconduct level. You want to slander. You want to divide people. So sensory craving in your mind, desire in your mind. And desire to talk gossip. This is a happening every most of the time. So we want to gossip other people. So you find it, you find it happy, by talking gossip, right? Also sensory craving. When you have a dinner appointment, normally people talk gossip, right? So many gossip, You're very happy for that, right? So it's not good, Sensory craving in misconduct level. So therefore we need sila. Right? We need to observe sila, right? Sila is a controlling your speech and body. Sometimes you may not be able to control your mind, your sensory craving. But when you are keeping precept, at least you can control, not to materialize your sensory craving. You control your mouth, you control your body. In that way, you will not be taking what is not given. You will not cheat other people like that, right? This is a sensory craving in mixed contact level, and we also have sensory craving in normal level, or maybe contact level, contact. You enjoy sensual pleasures without breaking sila, like a desire to see beautiful things, right? As a normal devotee, if you have a desire to see beautiful people and beautiful scenery, nothing wrong, because it is a sensory desire in normal level, in contact level, right? But as a Buddhist monk, no, not allowed to do so, So therefore, the Buddha said that you cannot have a the picture of women in the temple, because we are not allowed to see, So that means sila of Buddhist monk is higher, much more higher than normal lay devotee. For lay devotee, it's okay, right? You can enjoy it. You can take a trip to enjoy beautiful scenery, right? Beautiful scenery. As a monk, if you go, just to see beautiful scenery is not good, not good. So you may go to do something good. If you are just going just to see beautiful things, if you really practice, So therefore, Visuddhimagga mentioned in details, Visuddhimagga. For lay devotee, it's okay. You can enjoy beautiful things without breaking sila. Desire to listen to pleasant sounds, just like in music, right? Just like in music. You go to the music concert, right? Music concert just to enjoy music. There's nothing wrong. You're not breaking 5 precepts, right? 5 precepts. But of course, when you are observing 8 precepts, not allowed to listen, right? 8 precepts trying to control your sensory desire, sensory craving. And desire to listen beautiful songs or your baby, right? Your baby, your son and daughter, like that. So even that one, sensory craving. If you want to listen, you call your husband, your wife, just to listen, It's based on sensory craving. Nothing wrong, right? As a lay person, you're not breaking sila. Desire to eat delicious food, right? It's quite normal as a lay person. You go to restaurants and eat delicious food. And you prepare delicious food at home and you enjoy it. Nothing wrong, right? So you're not breaking 5 precepts. You're not stealing. So sensory craving, right? Sensory craving. Even such sensual pleasures, if you demand so much, may not be good. May not be good. So you need to control some. Desire to eat delicious food. For monk, here also not the same with the lay people. Monk have to eat wherever offer, by people, right? So desire to eat delicious food. Also sensory craving. Sexual desire with one's own partner, nothing wrong, because you're not breaking 5 precepts, right? So if you have a sexual desire with your own partner, spouse, doesn't matter, it's quite normal. Sensory craving in normal level. Desire for gain, you want to get more money, more money. It's not stealing, right? You're doing business, you want to get more money, more salary, gain, Honor. You want honor in your family, you want honor in the monasteries. You want honor in your office, like that. This is also a kind of sensory craving, Also dangerous, You want praise. Of course, people like praise, right? So you want praise by many people. You like it. Sensory craving. Nothing wrong in normal level. Nothing wrong in normal level. But something wrong in a higher level, higher level. Because the Buddha said in Samyutta Nikaya, we have one chapter called Labha Sakkara Sanyutta. It talks about, the Buddha said that gain, honor, praise are dangerous. Dangerous. The Buddha is talking to the monks, not lay devotee, So in those suttas, so there are 40 suttas in that chapter. So the Buddha said that gain, honor, praise are dangerous. So you are teaching the Dhamma, hoping to gain something, hoping to get honor, hoping to get praise, Dangerous, dangerous. If you do not get anything, if you are not honored, if you do not have any praise from students or from devotee, feel agitated, You feel unhappy, right? So therefore, it's very dangerous. So therefore, the Buddha said that gain, honor, praise, they can come. It doesn't matter. But if you have attachment to them, it's dangerous for you. It creates a lot of unhappiness. So this is another one is a desire for meditative bliss before jhana. Before jhana. Of course, if you meditate, you may have a desire before jhana. There's nothing wrong. But if you have so much obsession that I want to get jhana this morning, you try, you put a lot of effort. Then you didn't get it because of this obsession. If you want to attain jhana, what you have to do is just do your meditation, right? The moment you meditate, don't expect anything. Just observe meditation object. When you are doing meditation, breathing meditation, just focus on breathing. So without focusing on your breathing, then you have obsession in your mind. Oh, I must get jhana this morning. So when you are doing such type of sensory craving, then you cannot attain any jhana, right? Because you're not focused on your job, what you have to do. So this is a sensory craving in normal level. For lay devotee, okay, right? Lay devotees, most of them are okay. Another one is fine material craving, rupa raga or rupatana. Craving for joyous, pleasurable and tranquil experiences during your jhana, during fine material jhana and after fine material jhana. That is fine material craving. For normal people, including monk, right? It may be quite normal to attach to the bliss of jhana. The bliss of jhana. It look like nothing wrong, right? Nothing wrong. But when you look at from Torah view, from Nibbana point of view, it's not good. Not good. You can look at the life of Devadatta, right? Devadatta attained rupa jhanas. And after that, he attained supernatural powers. He can perform supernatural power. he have attachment to those jhanas and also abhinyana, miracles. Because of that, a bit trouble, right? Big problem for him. So therefore, when you look at craving for the bliss or jhana, it looks like nothing wrong. But when you look at Nibbana point of view, something wrong. Another one is craving for the life in Rupa realm. Rupa realm. You want to become a Brahma next life. You want to attain jhanas. You want to have a peaceful and tranquil life as a Brahma in the Brahma realm. Rupa Brahma realm. That's a type of craving. In the Brahma realm, you don't need to eat. You don't need to eat. You sustain with jhana, the bliss of jhana. You don't need to eat. So therefore, you don't need to walk. You don't need to, you don't need to go to walk. Normally, the Brahma they live with the bliss of jhana, the bliss of jhana, and they live with the four divine dwellings: metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. So therefore, the life in the Rupa Brahma realm is extremely good, extremely good. Of course, the best life in the world, if you become a Brahma. But when you look at Nibbana point of view, total view, also not good. The life of Brahma also subject to impermanence. So you may stay there for many, many lifetimes, many, many billions of years in the Brahma realm, but ultimately subject to impermanence, subject to death. After you, after in the Brahma realm, you might reborn as a human being. You have to walk again, like that. You might reborn in the one of the awful planes, awful planes. So therefore, craving for rupa, rupa jhana, and craving for the life in the Rupa Brahma realm also not good. When we look at total view. Another one is immaterial craving, arupa raga, craving for a tranquil experiences or the bliss of jhana during and after arupa jhana. And also craving for the life in the arupa realms. Arupa realms. They don't have, when you, as a human being, when you attain arupa jhana, you lost contact with your body. You don't have any perception about matter, material form. By that time, only the mind is walking. So therefore, when you attain arupa jhana, you can stay for many hours, many hours. As a human being, at least you can stay 7 days, You can enjoy the bliss of jhana for 7 days. So when you become arupa Brahma, of course, no body. They have only mind, mind. Because of that, they have less suffering, less suffering. As a human being, we have mind and body. Because of this body, then we have a lot of problem, right? Last night, I headache, Wow, suffering, because of this body, because of this body. We have many problems in our body, right? COVID, because of this body. If you don't have this body, then you have only mind. Much better, right? Much better. But the mind also subject to impermanence, subject to death. Ultimately, you were moved from arupa Brahma realm. So therefore, when you look at from Nibbana point of view, not good, right? Not good. So what is Nibbana? Nibbana is state of mind. Sorry, Nibbana is a state or condition, a state that there's no lobha, dosa, moha. No defilements in your mind. So if there's no lobha, dosa, moha in your mind, then nothing to worry, nothing to have fear in your mind. No fear, no anxiety, no stress. Right? We have a fear in our mind, stress, anxiety in our mind because of lobha, dosa, moha, right? So therefore, when you attain nibbana, your mind becomes peaceful. Okay. So actually, we already talked about this in the first chapter. Any question for this? Okay, no question. Then also talk about three types of craving again. So this is in terms of motor occurrence, akara. When we are talking about dependent origination, I will repeat it again. Each craving is subdivided into three categories according to Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. In Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, in the first sermon, the Buddha talked about three types of craving. Three types of craving. Craving is the original suffering, second noble truth, right? The original suffering, second noble truth. If you can remove three types of craving, then you attain Nibbana. So when the Buddha defined Nibbana in the first sermon, the Buddha used three types of craving. Total cessation of craving, three types of craving, Nibbana, cessation of suffering. If you can remove three types of craving in your mind, that's Nibbana, according to the first sermon. So therefore, Nibbana can be defined different way. Those who want to know, you can come next year, so the study class, Next year, now teaching meditation. Next year, I will teach Nibbana topic in details, using suttas, what the Buddha taught. Not my own opinion, very important one. We have many synonyms of the Nibbana, many words. Actually, I use 52 or 3, So by looking at those words, you understand what is Nibbana better. Because the Buddha explained, the definition of Nibbana using different opinion, different point of view, different dimension. So in the first sermon, the Buddha said that if you can remove three types of craving, you will have cessation of suffering, Nibbana, dukkha nirodha. Number one, craving for sensual pleasures that come through 6 sense species. Sensual pleasure may come through your eye, right? When we are seeing beautiful people, beautiful things, when you're watching movie, when we are listening music, when we are eating a good food, when we have a good smell, when we are touching a good things with the body, when you are thinking beautiful memory in your life, that will be then craving arise. So such type of craving for sensual pleasures, if you can remove, so you can stop many suffering, many suffering. Our suffering arises because of craving for sensual pleasures, right? Craving for sensual pleasures. Sometimes you suffer because you don't have a chance to see your beloved one. You suffer, you lost a chance to listen, to go to a music concert, right? But nowadays, one of the American famous singer, Taylor Swift, you know. I read the news, you know. Young Singaporeans, they are queuing up to get the ticket, you know. And I heard that many people from other countries also, they were join, you know. The ticket limit is so little, but demand is so high, you know. So some young Singaporeans, they said that they feel sorry because they cannot get the ticket, you know. They suffer because of craving for sensual pleasures. Want to see and want to listen, right? So therefore, if you don't have such type of craving to listen and to enjoy in music concert, no suffering, right? For you, no suffering, you know. I think most of you may don't have this suffering. But young people, you know, it matters for them, you know. It's so much matter for them. So, of course, depend on our ages, our priority become different, you know, become different. Some people may suffer because they don't have chance to eat delicious food, right? Some people may suffer, they cannot buy expensive perfume, right? Expensive perfume like that. Expensive watch, you know, expensive clothes. These are the craving for sensual pleasures. This is the original suffering. The original suffering. Even this one, right? We have a two level, right? Sensory craving in miscontact level and sensory craving in normal level, you know, contact level. Second one is craving for existence. Craving for existence. This is a little bit controversial one. Some people translate bhava as a being. Craving for being or becoming. Craving for becoming. Bhavatana. Craving for becoming also beautiful, beautiful. So we want to become someone, right? We want to become someone. Craving for becoming. Okay, I will explain using the word existence. The craving with eternity view, this is, I think that, I will explain a little bit further. The craving with eternity view that assume that the same object one is experiencing to be lasting, unchanging, eternal. Craving with eternity view. Eternity view here means you are seeing something, that something or somebody everlasting, unchanging, and eternal. Normally, when we see our beloved one, suppose, when we see our beloved one, you can imagine your son and daughter. You love your son and daughter, right? Normally, parents think that this seeing children is unchanged. You will see them eternally. Normally, people may think that. They get married, they move to a new house. Then parents suffer, right? Parents, they long for their children. And they move to another country, much worse, right? Much worse. You suffer because of craving for existence. You crave for existence of your children at home. When they move to another house, get married, and stay with their spouse in another house. Some parents, they feel lonely, right? they long for their children, but they cannot stay together. You have to accept it, right? If you cannot accept, then you suffer. That is because of craving for existence of your children at all. Stay in Singapore, stay good. You can meet once a week, right? You can have a dinner together. You can visit. But if your children move to another country, stay there. You will feel much worse, right? Much worse. You will feel lonely and you miss them. You want to see them, but cannot see them. Right? Maybe once a week or twice a week, that's all. That's all. If you suffer because of separation from your children, that is because of craving for existence of your children at all, or in Singapore, Singapore. Then your children die young, when they are young. Then you will cry, right? You will cry. You have a lot of sorrow and lamentation. You cannot accept the death of your children. You will suffer a lot, right? When you remember your children, then you will cry, You will cry. Heavy mind in your, heavy mind. So that's suffering, right? Suffering. So that suffering arises because of craving for existence of your children. Similarly, in the case of the parents, right? Same thing. So when you have a craving for existence of your parents, when they die, you will suffer because of this craving for existence. Because deep in our mind, we have eternity view. Eternity view is one of the wrong view. Within that, the existence of our parents, existence of our children will be permanent, forever, in our mind, deep our mind, That's wrong view. That's wrong view. According to Buddhism, everything is impermanent. Our body is impermanent. The body of our parents are impermanent. We will get separation with somebody we left, right? Somebody we left. Craving with the eternity view. Similarly, in your office, you're working with one of your colleagues. She is very good, very compassionate, considerate, and also generous. So working with her is very good for you. And you can get a lot of assistance from your colleague. You crave for existence of your colleague, your partner, your work partner, right? Then, suddenly that person moved to another company. You get hurt, right? You get hurt. You miss that person. You miss that person, you get hurt. That's suffering, right? Suffering. That suffering arises because of craving for existence of that person. Right? That person. If you don't have craving for existence, if you know the nature of teachings of the Buddha, everything is impermanent, right? Everything is impermanent. So if you know the teachings of the Buddha, teachings of nature, then you can accept, absence of your colleague in your company, right? So therefore, craving for existence is the original suffering. The original suffering. Also, craving for becoming. Some scholars, they use the word becoming. craving for becoming, Some people crave for becoming at the top, the person, I want to say, executive director like that, right? Executive director. If you possess such type of craving, you try, whatever, whether it is a contact level or miscontact level, you will do whatever you can, whether it's the right or righteous way or unrighteous way. Because of that, you will suffer, right? If you cannot get that thought level, you will suffer. If you cannot become executive director, you will suffer. Similarly, some people trying to become a famous actor or actresses, right? Famous singer. They try. So they will use unrighteous way, like using the drug and using telling lie or pretending, cheating other people like that. So they crave for becoming a singer. Because of that, when they do not become a singer or actress or actors, they may have a lot of stress. They may have a lot of anxiety, right? And insecurity in their life, like that. Those suffering, some people may even commit suicide because of this craving, right? Craving for becoming something or somebody. So that's very important. Because of that craving, you may have a lot of suffering in your life. So, craving with eternity view. Of course, when we experience good things in our life, right? We want that good condition unchanging, eternal. It's craving, right? It's craving. So for that reason, there are many political leaders in the world, or many genres in the world. So they want to stay at the top forever, right? Forever. Because of that, they kill so many people. They misuse their power. So they risk even, killing thousands of people. Because they crave for becoming, top person in the country, right? Because of that, they ignore, public opinion, no election, like that. Craving for becoming, number one in the world, right? Number one in the world. I heard that there are some people, some Singaporeans, saying that Singapore is trying to become number one. Number one. Many places, right? Many places. Because of that, they are very tired. Very tired. They are trying to number one in terms, airport, the best place in the world to visit, right? The most, the clear country, the most clear, right? Cleansing, the most clean country in the world, like that. I heard some Singaporeans saying that we are trying to catch up with number one. We must be number one. Because of that, we feel very tired, Tired. So we have to try hard, right? If you become number one all the time, you become very, you can see China and United States, right? China is now trying to overcome United States. So America is not happy for that, right? Not happy for that. Because craving for number one, becoming number one, right? Becoming number one. So, of course, he can try to become number one, it doesn't matter, but if he use so many unlawful and unrighteous way, not good for them, not good for them. So actually, craving for becoming number one, craving for becoming something, someone, the original suffering, the original suffering. It doesn't mean you don't have desire to become better. You can have a desire to become number one, it doesn't matter. But if you have a craving in your mind, desire and craving different, Different. Okay. Then we'll go to next one, craving for non-existence. Craving for non-existence. Vibhavatana. Or Bhikkhu Bodhi use craving for extermination. Extermination. The craving with annihilation view. Annihilation view. Annihilation view is a wrong view. Ucheda Deity. That assumes that the very object one is experiencing to break up and to stop. To stop. Normally, we have a problem in our life, right? Problem in our life. It can be money problem, it can be relationship problem, it can be problem in your job. Then we want to stop it without doing anything, without doing anything. So, without facing your problem, you crave for extermination or non-existence of that problem without doing any action, Suppose you are accused in your job because of something, then you suffer, right? Normally people suffer. People suffer. That suffering arises because of craving for non-existence or accusation. Accusation. So what you have to do is, you need to take action, right? If you do not have such accusation, if that accusation is not right, not correct, then you have to take action. You have to respond, right? Without any craving for non-existence of the accusation. If that accusation is correct, you must have a courage, to accept it and to acknowledge that you have said that accusation is correct. What happens is, normally we crave for non-existence or unpleasant thing in our life, problem in our life. Then because of that we suffer, we suffer. Suppose somebody blame in your job. So it's not good, right? Normally when we are blamed, we suffer. That is because of craving for non-existence of the blame, The blame is quite natural. You have to blame, right? So when you have a blame, what you have to do is take action. When that blame is correct, you have to accept it and acknowledge it, right? You have to make sure that you will not do that happen again. And in your job, there may be one person that you don't want to walk, you don't want to talk. When you see that person, when you have to talk to that person, you feel unhappy, agitated, angry. So that anger or uncomfortable mind arises because of craving for non-existence of that person. You don't want existence of that person in the company. But that person is very good. Get along with the boss. Then he or she will not be fired, because it got along with the boss, But when you are talking to that person, meeting that person, seeing that person, you feel unhappy, right? You suffer in your mind. So that suffering arises because of craving for non-existence of that person. So that means you don't want existence of that person, It happens, right? It happens most of the people. So you have to change your mind, your view, right? Your view. When I was staying with many of my friends, when I was young, of course I also have with some people who do not get along with me. Then I thought that when that person no longer stay in that monastery, I'll be happy. That when that person moved to another monastery, feel very happy. But new one came in, right? If I do not get along with that new one, suffer again. That suffering arises not because of the people, because of craving for non-existence of the person I don't like, right? You don't like hatred, right? Anger, That's the cause of your suffering. So you have to stay somebody you don't like, right? You have to walk with somebody you don't like. It doesn't matter if you don't have this one. Craving for non-existence of anybody, anybody. Even though you may not like it, actually, even you don't like that person, this person, it says the original suffering, right? So therefore, you don't like that person, hatred, dosa, right? Dosa. You like that person, lobha. Lobha and dosa arises because of moha, delusion. You don't know the truth. The truth is, the origin of your suffering is craving for existence, craving for non-existence, right? If you know this, then there is no suffering, no suffering. There's no lobha, no dosa. So therefore, knowing the truth, it is wisdom, or non-delusion, opposite of moha. So therefore, wherever we do unwholesome things, moha or delusion will accompany, right? Moha is the root of everything. We don't like somebody because of moha. We like somebody, we love somebody because of moha, So this moha, lobha and dosa are the original suffering, Okay, any question regarding with the three types of craving? Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, Bhante. I would like to inquire on the sixth sense of craving over there, on the first craving. So when someone like us craving to come over here to listen to your speech, understand Dhamma, is it considered craving?
Listen to speaker, right?
Listen to your giving the teaching, crave to come over here to learn the Dhamma, everything is considered craving?
Consider as a type of craving, So therefore, some people crave for some Dhamma speaker, right? Some Dhamma speaker. Suppose you crave for my teaching.
Yes.
My teaching. You like it. Then somebody talk to you, Bhante Cakkapala teaching is terrible. How you will feel? You will get hurt, right?
Yes.
You will get hurt. So therefore, the Buddha said that we don't have to attach to even the Dhamma. Dhamma he taught, I think you may have heard of the simile of a raft, right? A raft. So there is a river, small river, and the other side, this side is not safe. So many wild animals will be killed. So therefore, you collect bamboos and thatches, and you make a raft. Then you cross over the river. You cross over the river. Then you reach the other shore. The other shore. Now you are safe, right? No longer wild animal, No wild animal in that shore. You think that this raft is very helpful for me. Wherever you go, you will bring the raft. Wherever you go, you will bring the raft. Very heavy, right? Very heavy. Like that. The Dhamma is to overcome your suffering. The Buddha said even the Dhamma, no attachment, let alone other things, Craving for teachings of Bhante Cakkapala, also kind of craving, kind of craving. Somebody say, wow, Bhante Cakkapala is not good. Then you will suffer, right? His teaching is terrible. So, without craving, you listen mindfully, you examine whether what I said is correct. So there may be some incorrect explanation, sometime. Some people, they listen to one part of my explanation, but when they do not like, they stop coming to class. That's very dangerous, As a Dhamma speaker, we may make some mistakes. So you have to accept it. Of course, if I make so much amount of mistakes, you stop, right? You stop. So sometimes you may encounter my explanation is unreasonable and also even the wrong. So you can correct me. So everything I said may not be correct, right? But if you have attachment to my teaching, then it is the original suffering. Somebody say, Bhante Cakkapala teaching is not good, then you will get hurt, like that. Okay.
The second question is, I'm asking for the wanting, for the second craving, wanting, like if you're wanting to enter the stream entry, so it's it's considered as craving stream entry.
One want to become
enter into stream entry.
Become Sotapanna, right?
Yes.
Become Sotapanna. It's a similar case, You must have a desire to become Sotapanna. Desire in Abhidhamma, two types, right? Unwholesome desire and wholesome desire, right? Becoming Sotapanna is wholesome desire. Wholesome desire. Even that desire have to stop when you meditate. Then you sit down in front of the Buddha image. Then you have a desire to become Sotapanna. I have a desire Sotapanna. Without meditation.
Okay.
Right? So therefore, when you want to become, desire to become Sotapanna is good, right? But the moment you work on it, the moment you meditate, so you have to forget about your desire. Just focus on your meditation, right? That's important. Okay.
Last one is to just check. Once an individual become Arahant, is it permanent or impermanent?
Permanent.
Will there have a chance that they will reverse?
No rebirth.
Thank you.
Pali Canon clearly say, no more rebirth. Nothing to do, nothing to do, Nothing to do. So therefore we call it asikha, right? Asikha means without training. They don't need to train their sila, samadhi panya, right? It's permanent. Yeah, okay. Any more question? Okay, no question. Then I will go to next one. But it's a wrong view, deity. Wrong view, deity. So some of the explanation here also is second time. When we study Lower Mula Cheta, we already learned, right? Wrong view, deity. Deity means seeing and interpreting things wrongly. Deity means seeing and interpreting things wrongly. Wrong view is normally used with the prefix mecha. Mecha deity. Mecha deity. But in Abhidhamma, they use the word deity, just deity. It also indicate wrong view. Normally, when you use the word deity, it is seeing, understanding normally. Sometimes it indicates wisdom. So, in Myanmar, when we heard the word deity, originally people normally understand the wrong view. I think in the case of other countries or similar, maybe the same, right? But when I heard the name of a monk from Indonesia, deity Sambano. Deity is the wrong view, normally. Sambana is the one who have it. Deity Sambano. The one who have a wrong view, if we look at a normal translation. But it's not like that. Deity means wisdom, understanding. Especially in the Pali Canon, when we talk about Sotapanna, the one who becomes Sotapanna, we always say Deity Sampano. He is Deity Sampano. So that means he has understanding the noble truth. Deity Sampano. But when I see his name, but the thought came in. The one who has a wrong view, Because here also we use the word deity, right? Just deity alone, me, the one who understands. So therefore, to save, safer way, so we have to use the word mecha deity, right? Mecha deity. But here, of course, we use the word deity, right? You have to understand as a wrong view. It is opposite of right view, samadhi. Opposite of right view, samadhi. In the Noble Eightfold Path, right? In the Noble Eightfold Path, the first one is a right view. Having a right view is very important. Right view comes first. Also, having a wrong view is very dangerous. If you have a wrong view, then you will, whatever you do will be the wrong things, right? Wrong things. So therefore, following are some of the definition of wrong view. So I refer to Sammaditthi Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 9. So Sammaditthi Sutta is taught by Venerable Sariputta, not taught by the Buddha. So therefore, Venerable Sariputta is the one who defined the Dhamma taught by the Buddha. Very clever, also very knowledgeable, intelligent. So by looking at Sammaditthi Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya Sutta number 9, then we can interpret what is the wrong view. Number 1, incorrect view about wholesome and unwholesome deed. Wholesome and unwholesome deed. Kusala and akusala. So that means, if you see unwholesome deed, akusala karma, as a wholesome deed, kusala karma. If you think that killing is good, right? That is the wrong view. In some religion, they think that God created animals for human being. So therefore, human being can kill animals and eat it. eat them. Nothing wrong according to them. But according to Buddhism, it is a wrong view. Any type of killing is killing, right? Killing. Some people may think that when they reach to some posts, in political posts, people will approach them, they will do bribery, bribery. So if they think receiving what the people give, nothing wrong, because they give to me, then I can take it. And then corruption take place, right? Corruption take place. If they think in their mind, normally most corrupted country, officers, they think it is their right to do so. That's wrong view, right? Because of that wrong view, there are a lot of corruption in the countries. The country became poor and poor, right? The government in the country, the officer in the country getting richer and richer. The people, citizens, getting poorer and poorer, right? So that is because of wrong view. Then if you think kusala as a akusala, if you think akusala as a kusala, that is a wrong view. That's a wrong view, right? That's a wrong view. Second one is incorrect view about the root of wholesome and unwholesome deed. It is loba, dosa, moha, aloba, adosa, amoha. If you think that loba is good, that is a wrong view. That's a wrong view. So some people may think that if you are making business with the loba, you increase, your business increase, right? If you think that it is right, wrong view, wrong view. You can do business without wrong view, right? Without wrong view. Normally I give example of a restaurant. You open restaurant, you run a restaurant. Of course, if you do with the loba, your business will grow, right? You pay less salary to your workers. You increase the price for the customers. You use cheap products for your food. Then your business may grow, right? Your business may grow. But the worker in your restaurant may not be happy, They may not be happy because they have less salary, When they are not happy, they will treat you in a bad way, right? In a bad way. Even they will deceive you, right? They will deceive you. Then the customer, they will get a bad food with the expensive food, which is not good. And they will come in, complain you, they will shout you in front of your workers, right? You feel unhappy for that. Your business grow, you will get a lot of money, but you feel unhappy, right? You're not happy, you're not respected by your workers, even by your families, right? Family know that you are cheating. You are exploiting workers, right? So you will not get respect from your children. So therefore, doing business with the loba is not good. Loba is not good. But if you think that because of my loba, my business grow, that's wrong, right? That's a wrong view. That you can do business with the loving kindness, compassion, metta and karuna. So you give a better salary to your workers, and you get incentive for them, and you provide clean and healthy food to the customers with a low price. Your workers are very happy, the customers are very happy, right? Your business may not be growing, like it's doing with the loba. But in the long run, it may grow, right? May grow. You have a compassion to your worker and customers. Love and compassion, right? So the worker will treat you in a nice way. Customer feel very happy because of that they will smile you. They will say thank you to you, right? Because of that, you're happy. You're happy. Then your family know that, your children know that, my mother, my father is very good man. They will respect you, right? They will respect you. So that's the reason why doing business with the lower is good. Such type of thinking comes from wrong view. It means lower is good, right? Similarly, in the dosa, sometimes you may shout your workers with the dosa. You may think you need to have a dosa. Without dosa, you cannot control your workers, right? You cannot control your workers. That's also wrong view. You can control your workers with the loving kindness and compassion, right? Without love and patience. So that is the correct way. That's the correct way. And there is a one, we have a number one learning center in Myanmar. So in that monastery, no beating. Actually, many monks, hundreds, normally we were 300 young novices and monks. No beating, no shouting. They were treated loving compassion. So when the chief man started that monasteries, other monks from other monasteries tell him, not possible. You cannot succeed. You cannot succeed. Because there are so many young, naughty boys, You cannot control without stick. You cannot control without shouting. Then, right now, without stick, without shouting, they treat with the respect, compassion, loving kindness, patience. So when they enter that monastery, then the whole monastery is quiet, and the behavior of novices and monks in the monasteries, very good, very good. So now it became number one in Myanmar. Number one in Myanmar. So chief monks in the other monasteries, they have a wrong view, They need to control with the stick, with the shouting, like that. And beating with the stick, that's a wrong view, right? So for them, dosa is, showing dosa is good. But number one monastery right now, you don't need to show your anger to your disciple, right? You control with the loving kindness and compassion. So therefore, when I was talking about criteria of good speech in Buddhist fellowship, so in Q&A time, when Vistana asked me the question, is it possible to work without anger as a boss? Same thing, right? Same thing. You can control your workers without anger, without shouting, right? With the love and compassion, sympathy. You can control, right? So if you think that dosa, as a boss, having a dosa is just justifiable, that is a wrong view, right? That's a wrong view. We can control our lobha, our dosa, our moha, right? The root of wholesome and unwholesome deed. Another one is incorrect view about Four Noble Truths. Incorrect view about Four Noble Truths. So the first noble truth is suffering, right? Suffering. Having this body, having this mind is suffering. People may not believe it, right? When the weather is good, when you're not walking, when you're taking a trip, it is good, right? It's not suffering. It's not suffering. When you are eating a good food, it's not suffering. Right? So therefore, when you look at from the Four Noble Truths point of view, having the body and mind is suffering because mind and body is subject to impermanence. Right? Subject to impermanence. So therefore it's suffering. Like that. Incorrect view about Four Noble Truths. People may think that monks who are staying in the forest, they don't have anything, no TV, and also no luxurious things, just a small hut. They don't have any material things to enjoy. Stay away from society. You visit that forest monastery. When you see the life of a monk, you think that, right? Wow, it's really tough and suffering. It's also wrong view, It's also wrong view because enjoying luxurious things, enjoying luxurious things, it creates a lot of problem, a lot of suffering, right? A lot of suffering. They don't have anything to worry, right? They will go Pinapada and they eat 1 meal a day, and they don't have anything to lose, Their mind is free and liberated, right? Liberated. So when we look at from the Four Noble Truths point of view, right? Another one is incorrect view about Paticca Samuppada. As in normal Buddhists, we may have number 3 and number 4 most of the time. Number 1 and number 2, normal Buddhists, you can control, right? In the case of the Noble Eightfold Path, Paticca Samuppada, as long as you do not become Sotapanna, you still have it. Even Sotapanna, he still need to train, Need to train. Sometimes Sotapanna normally he see a nature, but he still see sensual pleasures as a sukha, as a good. So therefore, Sotapanna still have attachment to sensual pleasures. So therefore, only when somebody becomes an arahant may have a 100% truth view, 100% see the Four Noble Truths, right? Okay. Any question up to now? No question, right? Okay. Soul theory, which is everlasting, which is moving to this life to another life, like that. Doctrinal level, right? Even most of the Chinese, they have a soul theory, right? They have a soul theory, especially in Tao, right? Tao. So they believe it's soul theory like that. Doctrinal level. Even they believe soul theory, they still do good things, right? They still do good things. Number 1, the wrong view in karma level. Even though they don't have a wrong view in karma level, but they may still have a doctrinal level. I think I will explain next week. So this is an important one to understand, because the understanding a wrong view is a very subtle case. I will use 2 levels. Wrong view in moral level and wrong view in doctrinal level. Okay, any question? Maybe you may have one question. We still have 5 minutes. No question. Mr. Tan, you have a question?
No.
No. Okay, let's call it a day. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata kecho paragato balavidiya samangi Tan sukhatam saranatamu pemi Ragavi ragamaninjamasokan Dhamma masangatama patikulan Madura mimam bagunan suwipatan Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yatacha de namaha Chatusu susisu purisa yugesu Atacha bogala dhammata sate Sangami mansaranata mupemi Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.